I'm Eric Novak, and on this review, we're going to take a look at the idea of ecotourism, glamping, and staycations all in one bunch. There's a lot of talk about staycation, staying closer to home when you're getting a family getaway or an overnight. There's also kind of a buzz about this idea of ecotourism, and it's pretty wide-ranging what that means. It could mean camping out at a provincial park, or it could mean, you know, hiking in the Brazilian rainforest. It's wide-ranging, but for families like mine that are younger and larger, it's probably not so doable. Well, what we're going to try to do instead is do a little eco-inspired tourism overnight, and we're heading off to Southwestern Ontario to do that. We're first going to visit an apiary, a family-friendly honeybee farm, and talk about some of the struggles we have with honeybees, as well as enjoy ourselves as a family. And then we're off to a place called Long Point Eco Adventures near on the shores of Lake Erie, where we're going to do some glamping, we're going to maybe do some zip lining, and have some general fun in the great outdoors. So let's get the family together, let's get off, and let's have some eco adventure fun. Our eco-adventure wouldn't be complete without an eco-friendly vehicle, so the 2014 Nissan Pathfinder Hybrid was our chariot of choice for the trip. We enjoyed comfortable seating for 7, plus a combined fuel rating of just over 9 liters per 100 kilometers on our journey. Clovermead Apiaries was our first stop on our eco-adventure, which is located outside of Aylmer, Ontario in Elgin County. Clovermead is approximately a half-hour's drive from London, Ontario, and about 2 hours from either Toronto or Windsor, Detroit. So in Aylmer, Ontario, or just outside of Aylmer, Ontario, we're at Clovermead, and I've got Farmer Chris, and this is quite a nice spot you've got here. Tell me a little bit, what do you have here at Clovermead? I've seen a lot, but you can tell me what we got.
So we have our log cabin, which is the front of our store, yep. And it's from 1852, and then we kind of carry that theme all the way through, so we kind of have an old town kind of rustic theme. So
how many bees do you keep? How many hives do you keep?
So the old number was 600 hives, and then if you read the sign, it says home to 24 million bees. So
24 million bees?
Yeah, so those are our workers, but actually we have more than 600 hives, so we're probably close to 40 million bees now. We use our bees for pollination more so than trying to produce honey. In our area, we have a lot of agriculture,
right,
and they need bees for pollination.
As much as we all know and love bees for their honey, they play a much bigger role in our overall ecosystem, do they not?
Yeah, they do. People always think of the honeybee as for honey, and it's actually a small part. They're actually really valuable for their pollination services. So when the bee is busy collecting food, they're automatically carrying pollen from one flower to another, and that's how you get the big fruit, like the watermelon or the apple or the cherries or whatever.
If there is challenges with bees and all the other, you know, animals that are suffering right now because of things, I guess, like pesticide use, how do we deal with that? How do we solve this problem?
There's a couple different things. So number one off the get-go is like municipalities, instead of spraying the ditches or whatever, just let the ditches grow and plant some wild flowers in those ditches. Same with backyards. If you're planting stuff, try to plant something that's going to have some flowers of value for birds or butterflies or whatever. Now the pendulum is kind of swinging, and I think the people in Ontario, there's a survey done recently, and like 80% of people are not happy that things are changing like this.
You know, Farmer Chris, you got a great little spot here in Clovermead, but 15 minutes south of the 401 in Aylmer, yeah, Ontario, and Southwest Ontario. Great spot. Thanks for having us over.
Well, thanks for coming, Eric.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The kids didn't want to leave Clovermead for all the fun they were having, but there was more adventure ahead. From Clovermead, it was about a 45-minute drive to St. Williams, Ontario, your famous Turkey Point on the shores of Lake Erie, and Long Point Eco Adventures, which would be our home for the night and our destination for some more outdoor eco-adventure fun. Give me a 411 about Long Point Eco Adventures. What is this place?
Yeah, for sure. So Long Point Eco Adventures, we started back in 2009. Eco Adventure Park. So basically we have our zipline canopy tour, which is the star of the show. Yeah. That's what started us here. We then built an observatory, so one of the best stargazing opportunities in Southern Ontario.
Right.
From there, expanded like crazy over the past 6 years. So we've added ours glamping units. We have a winery across the road, and we have big plans to keep going.
Tell me about the eco element of Eco Adventures.
Right, so looking at this beautiful landscape, this place was just a piece of land, you know, and we wanted to keep it as much as that and have people really realize the beauty in nature here. Especially Long Point, Norfolk County, it's very important to, it's a UNESCO World Biosphere Reserve. We really wanted to play on that heritage. So to keep eco-friendly, everything that's in this forest, we didn't want to cause any damage to the trees, to the forest, to the ground. So when we built the course, no heavy machinery was used. It was all done by manpower. Any trees that we had to cut down, we wanted to reuse that lumber. So our building is all built out of that lumber. Anything, the tents here, all very eco-friendly. We reuse water. So there's lots of eco-friendly practices that go into our daily operations here.
Tell me about these wilderness suites.
Yes, so each suite is beautiful. You have a private deck out front, Muskoka chairs there overlooking the beautiful view here that we have. Then you walk in, glass sliding doors. The tent inside has hardwood floors, king-size bed. You have a separate bathroom, hot and cold running water, flush toilet, and then the best part, you unzip the back of your tent, walk out to an outdoor shower. Overhead you have the stars.
So this is, how many suites do you have?
We have 15 in total, so we have 8 with a king-size bed, 7 with 2 queens in them.
Okay, I mean, but you're only, you're not year-round, are you?
No, so our season will start mid-April and go all the way to the end of October. People always might think it's a little too cold in October, but the fall colors here are unreal. All these trees here turn different colors.
Well, it's not too cool because you've got heating pads in the beds, right? The mattresses have little heating units as well.
Those heated blankets are amazing. You turn them on and it's so cozy in there.
We really enjoyed ourselves, and I thank you for letting us come here and check the place out.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Hope you come back again soon.
Oh, you count on it.
Awesome.
While still buzzing about our flight through the trees at Long Point Eco Adventures, we aimed for home but made one more stop at nearby Port Dover, which is famous for its Friday the 13th festivities with motorcyclists, but also a busy beach town all summer long. For a lot of Ontarians, when they think about going for a summer vacation, a weekend, a staycation, they're thinking, you know, Northern Ontario, Muskoka, or to the Kawarthas. But you know, we discovered here in the areas of Southwestern Ontario, there's a lot to do in this part of the province that probably is overlooked, and we sure had a great time with our family. So from Port Dover, Ontario, I'm Eric Novak. I'll see you again next time.